Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you another week's weekly reading vlog. If you have missed my previous vlogs, I am a couple hours back after a trip to the US, an unexpected trip to the US, and I am a very I'm very tired. I am filming this intro on Sunday night because I'm making this week's vlog great. I am reading a lot, I'm doing a lot. Let's see if it goes to plan, but I have high hopes for the week, so I'm setting my intentions on a Sunday night. Let's just start where we have. Let's just keep it to the books for this update. So, with the unexpected trip to the US over the past couple of weeks, I have not finished my October TBR. One book that has already been pushed into November is The Couple at the Table by Sophie Hannah. This was supposed to be my buddy read with Emily from Emily Kathleen Reads, and I basically said to her as I was traveling, like, Emily, I didn't put it in my bag. We'll have to read it in November. Like, I didn't bring it. So we have pushed this buddy read into November, so we're gonna pick that up then. That means my two remaining books on my TBR are The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland and Meat Market by Juno Dawson. These seem both like quite intense books, and it's currently the evening of the 26th, I believe. I might have that wrong, but we don't have many days left of the month, so I want to at least finish one more book. I'm happy to start both of these, but I don't see myself finishing these within the week, so for now they are parked to the side. When I start work in the morning, I want an audiobook on the go, and the audiobook I've selected is Mixed Signals by BK Borison. This is a nice easy romance, and I feel like that will help me get through the work week a little bit this week. So Mixed Signals is going to be my audiobook, and wow, I am storming through these. Tonight I need to read something easy before just going to sleep, having an early night. So I was talking in my last vlog about either starting Bad Dolls by Rachel Harrison or The Distance Between Us by Casey West. Both of these books aren't on Project TBR Cleardown, however they are books that I need to read. Well, they fit prompts that I need for Victoria's Winter Reading Challenge, Victoria being from what Victoria read, I'm sure you know. So I think I've decided since that last clip that the one I'm going to go for right now is Bad Dolls. I don't know how much of this I will physically read tonight, but it's only 186 pages. So even if I read one of the 4 short stories, that is a win for me, and I can crack into this a little bit more tomorrow. But yeah, that is my reading plan. Granted, this is not looking too achievable for the week, but like past Chloe would have laughed at you because that is so achievable in a week that it's actually sad that I've said it's not. We'll see. October starts on Saturday. Yes, that's right. October starts on Saturday. I'm not going out for Halloween, but I will happily do like Halloween reading sprints or something. We'll see if that goes ahead. I'm sure other people are doing that, but that could be a good idea. I could read The Invocations at Halloween. I'm gonna put that plan in place tomorrow. I'm gonna save this one until Friday night. So these are my books in the run up to that. I will read this one, start it tonight, finish it tomorrow. I'll have this going for work Monday, Tuesday. I can't do Wednesday, Thursday because I'm in the office. So this is 2 days of working from home. We'll see if I can do it. An easy read after my days in the office, Wednesday, Thursday, Invocations Friday. We'll push Meat Market into November. Plan made. Hello. I'm a little bit comfier and cozy today. My face is looking a hell of a lot better. I am so impressed with the powers of Sudocrem. When you saw this in the vlog, when it happened, like, it's barely even there. It's amazing. Updates. I have been reading Bad Dolls by Rachel Harrison. This was supposed to be a really quick read, but it is now Tuesday morning and I've only read 2 of the short stories. So I'm gonna finish this through the day today. I'll give you an update later. Like, there's no budging. I have to get this read. Something else I ordered. So you will see in 2 vlogs ago that I got these glasses, and I talk about them in my November TBR. There was a delay in the shipping of these and I had been wearing the wrong prescription for a little while and I was starting to notice it while driving, and that's when it gets really scary and dangerous. So I was like, no, I need to, just in case these don't turn up, I need to order some glasses. So I have never ordered glasses online when not through a sponsorship before, so I bit the bullet and I ordered some glasses from Glasses Direct. So these were supposed to be delivered while I was away, and they would not leave the glasses with just at my door, so I had to be here. I don't know how these have survived travel, but I do like these cases. Okay, I don't actually remember these. Oh, okay, cool, right. So, for some reason I'm looking at them with my glasses off. We have these tortoiseshell ones. Why do they feel so different? Like, I've literally taken one prescription off and put the same one back on, but they feel really different. They're also like bent out. Like, they don't feel bad. They just don't feel like as secure as other glasses. I don't know, am I just being negative because I've spent my own money on these potentially? So the other ones we have, these are the ones I was more excited for. They are chunky, chunky. Okay, we have these ones. I do kind of like the shape of these actually, I can't lie. They're very wide, very wide. I just wish they were all bent a little bit more, like they were a bit more solid on my face. When you'd go into an optician's and they like fully heat the glasses up and bend them, like that's kind of what I'm used to, because these are just gonna fall straight off. I don't know, I'm being too hypercritical, but I do actually really like the shape of these. They look very like secretarial. I don't know what I mean. But yes, we got some more rounded ones, and then these like pink tint to the tortoiseshell and an orange tint to the tortoiseshell. For now, I feel like I need to do Zinf a solid and keep these on for a little bit. I don't know whether I am seeing a difference or whether these glasses just need a clean, which is very likely. That could be the thing. But just to be transparent, the 2 pairs of these cost me about £70. So in terms of like buying glasses from a high street, like Specsavers, Vision Express kind of deal, 70 quid is nothing. So yeah, I think I'm happy with these. I don't know. I feel like I now have a lot of pairs of glasses. I need to go through my old ones and get rid of some because I do just have far too many. I think 3 pairs of glasses is probably substantial. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of the 2 new pairs? I'll switch them out as I go through the next couple of weeks, but yeah, I'll keep these ones on for now. Hello, hello. Somehow it is already 9:30. I went to look at my watch. I'm not wearing it. It's already 9:30 on Tuesday night. I've had a very, very busy day and I'm just ready to curl up and go to sleep, but I'm going to try and do some reading. So I did finish after work today Bad Dolls by Rachel Harrison. I wanted to love this because it was going to be like a little fun, easy horror that I could keep around. And I don't know whether I have the same complaint I do normally about short stories. So there are 4 stories in this 180-page book, so they are very, very short. However, the thing I didn't really like about these could have actually been solved in an extra like 2 pages for each book. I just feel like it didn't really wrap up any of the stories. Everything was left with a very ambiguous ending, which I know some people like, but I was just like, I want to know. The last story, the last line, you're like, well, don't give me that. Like, tell me what it is. I want to know what the horror is, not like make me think about the horror. 2.5 stars. I read it. I can now unhaul this one. This wasn't on my Project TBR clear down, so it actually does make some solid, well, I was gonna say make some space. It doesn't, it's this big, but it takes 1 book off my Keep TBR, which is, yeah, unexpected. So what I'm gonna go and do now, I'm gonna fill my water up and I'm gonna go lie in bed with The Distance Between Us by Casey West. It was my original plan to read the whole of this today. I'm not sure that's gonna happen. It is relatively short. It's just over 300 pages, so maybe I have the time to do this. I'm gonna definitely try. I have not started Mixed Signals yet, but I'm gonna download it and hopefully listen to it on my drive to work in the morning. I have a 4-hour like lot of driving over the next 2 days, so I'm assuming that audiobook is probably about 6 hours long on double speed, so hopefully I'll be able to get that done before the end of the month if I listen to it on every drive. It's fine, I haven't driven to work in a while, so an audiobook should be good. Normally I need the music to chill out, but yeah, let's listen to some audio. For now though, kind of want a snack and more tea. I've drank so much tea since I've been back. Why am I still talking? I will update you tomorrow. Hello. Let's update the reading vlog from the car. I've just pulled up at work and I am so tired. It was a late one last night. I think I left here at like 5:45. It's an hour drive home, and then I did reading sprints from 7, so it was all a bit quick. But I had a really great time on reading sprints. We had a good group of us there and it was just so relaxing and fun. I did finish The Distance Between Us by Casey West. I don't know if I even told you I was reading that, but that was my reread for Victoria's winter reading bingo. I did really enjoy it. So I gave it 4 stars the first time and I've kept that 4-star rating. This is one of those YAs that could be 5 stars. It just needed to do a bit more. A lot happened in the story, but it just wasn't like fleshed out enough for me to fall absolutely in love with it. So this was a reread. It was on my keep shelf and I've actually now moved it to my unhaul. No, I've read it for the second time because I don't feel like I need to read it again. But I finished that one. Then I've been listening to the audiobook of Mixed Signals and I'm about 60% of the way through now. And that is literally just from driving to and from work. So I'm going to see how much I can finish of it today. I've got another hour drive home later. I am going to stop at the shop on the way back, so I'll put my headphones in and carry on listening. But yeah, that is literally it for reading currently. I think when I get home, I'm going to have a night off. I don't need to read anymore. I have already like rescued my reading position a little bit this month. And then tomorrow is Halloween and I'm going to be doing Halloween reading sprints. And I'm going to read, hopefully, the entirety of The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. That is the plan. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I've told you about that already. Sorry if I have. Other really random thing, I have discovered these. The dark chocolate sour cherries from Forest Feast. These are amazing. So I bought another bag of these this morning. And I'm also going to try the pistachio crisp milk chocolate dates. You can see how that goes. But yeah, sour cherries are solid. Hello. I am so tired, even though I've been up a few hours. It is Saturday morning and my alarm went off really early. I completely ignored it. Finally crawled out of bed a couple hours later. And now all I have done is sat on the sofa and finished my book. And I'm just like, oh, I could go for a nap. I think I updated you in the car park at work and said I did finish The Distance Between Us, so I don't think we need to go over this again. I don't think I've then told you that I finished Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison, and I gave this one 3 stars. This book is perfectly fine, but I think that is where I have to leave it, like perfectly fine. It's quite a sweet romance. We're following Layla and what's his face, Caleb. Layla is the person who runs the bakery on Love Light Farms, which is book 1, and Caleb comes in 3 times a week to order a buttery croissant and a coffee. Layla has had a string of really bad dates, and Caleb, every relationship he gets into, it lasts 4 or 5 dates and then it doesn't work out and he doesn't know why. So they decide to have an experiment together, work out like what is going wrong. We can all think of where it goes from there. I did enjoy this. Like, the actual story overall is like, okay, it's sweet, but it didn't have me like feeling warm and fuzzy. It didn't have me kicking my feet. It was just like, okay, I finished it, great. I didn't feel more for it. So I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I carried on with the series, but not my new favourite. So I do still have 2 B.K. Borison books on my like not Project TBR clear down, just normal TBR. I do have Business Casual and I have First Time Caller. Business Casual being the last one of the Love Light Farms series, and this is the one I'm really excited about. So this is about Nova, who is the younger sister of Beckett from book 2, and she is a little tattoo artist. And we have Charlie, who's like a businessman from New York, basically. I have really high hopes for that one. And then I've heard amazing things about First Time Caller, that it's so much better than the Love Light Farm series. So yes, this one is also on the shelf still, and I am intending to read it. But I just haven't had the best luck with Love Light Farms. Ignore everything behind me. I have my full Christmas stash going on. I am already in the position to be wrapping Christmas presents, which is terrifying. I'm gonna go out at some point this weekend and get like some labels and try and get some boxes. I don't have any boxes to send anything out with, which is a problem. So I need to be like accumulating Amazon packaging or like finding things in the supermarket, because I have no boxes to post my friends' presents in, which is, yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but we'll all figure it out. So this morning I have then finished my next book, which is The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. This is without the dust jacket, and I've come out of this like almost in tears. I'm that conflicted about, that's over dramatic, but I've given this 4 stars. I've literally finished it in the last 10 minutes. This is a very solid witchy book mixed with horror. It's not exactly what I wanted, which isn't the book's fault. It's, I think, Evernight's fault for putting it in the horror box. It's definitely a cross between like witchy fantasy and horror, whereas I'm in it for more like the paranormal horror. I don't know how to explain it, but this was a very solid book. We're following 3 women who all have different experiences with like witches and the occult. We have Zara, whose sister has died and she is trying to resurrect her to bring her back. We have Emma, who is a witch. She's a curse writer and she is giving people invocations to like fill their requests and help their lives. And then we have Jude, who is an heiress, and she put some really bad invocations on herself and she's now like rotting away. These 3 meet in the hunt for a serial killer. And yeah, I did like it, don't get me wrong. 4 stars is a really good rating out of me. There are a couple of things that niggled at me. Like, there were a lot of like current day drop-ins that are going to go out of date. We have one mention of COVID and losing your sense of smell. And we also have like a direct message pasted in from Vinted, which was actually funny to read, but in like 10 years, that's going to be like, what is that? So little things like that niggled at me. Some of the tone in parts of this just niggled at me a little bit. I just couldn't 100% love it. But I would probably recommend this if you see it's difficult because I didn't finish it. But things like Her Majesty's Royal Coven, I feel like if you liked that but you wanted it to be more gruesome, I don't know how gruesome HMRC is, but it was like a very gruesome witchy book, which I liked the gruesome stuff. Witchy stuff isn't really my thing. There was a lot of like the demon summoning part of it was kind of more my thing, but the witchiness was a little bit odd. Also the twist in this was very obvious, which I feel like has to drop it down half a star at least. Yeah, there was no shock factor in this when we find out who the serial killer is, but it was good. It was a good book. I'm talking negatively because I find it easier to talk negatively, but it was a good book. So Saturday morning now, I've got a bit of like life admin to do, and then I need to clean this place. So I do have an audiobook. I've left it over there, the actual cover, so editing Chloe will have some work. I have The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. That is my current audiobook, so I think I'm going to put that on while I do my tidying up. But the actual reading plans for the weekend, I have 2 books that I want to finish this weekend. First one being The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. This is surely going to be a very easy YA contemporary. It's Groundhog Day, but we're stuck on Valentine's Day. And then one of the books that has been on 20 different TBRs and I have never read it, I'd also like to read Idle by Louise O'Neill. This is apparently compulsive, disturbing and totally addictive. So that sounds like my cup of tea. So both these I will hopefully read this weekend. That is the plan. I will update you when I have an update. That's how that works. It's Saturday night. We're on the kitchen floor. My Chinese food just arrived in 23 minutes and I ordered it before the restaurant opened. The restaurant opened 1 minute ago and my delivery is already here. I was like, no way is that already here. I was about to start reading my book and thought I better keep an eye out. We have chips that do not look reheated from last night. We have Szechuan hot fried beef, I think. It's really good. And we have a plain chow mein. I have a note in my phone to not order this restaurant's plain chow mein because I don't like it as much as other places. However, I've not found a good replacement, so I thought I'd give it another go. But yeah, we have food. It's boiling hot. I'm gonna plate this up and dig in. Hello, I'm a vlogging failure. It's Monday morning. I've been getting better, but yeah, I let it slip this weekend and all I did yesterday, I don't actually know what I did for a whole day. I don't know how I filled an entire day, but I relaxed. And I will admit, even though it is currently, what, the 3rd of November, I do have all my Christmas presents wrapped. And that is because, don't come at me, that is because I am working away for 2 weeks in November and then I'm going to see Cole for 2 weeks in December. So I'm working away the last 2 weeks and then I come back for like a week, not even a week, 5 days, and then I go away. So it's just a very like quick turnaround and I know when I need to get things posted out, so especially like for all of my YouTube friends, they're now bagged up and ready for when I have a good quality box, which I'm getting a little bit worried about because I have no boxes. But yeah, I am kind of almost ready for Christmas. I don't have a lot of my parents' stuff and my sister, but I think I'm gonna buy quite a lot of it when I'm in the US next time. But I do have this giant bag. I don't think I can lift it, and this is for my parents and my sister. Pretty impressed. So yeah, I still have a lot of stuff to buy for them, but I think I'm gonna probably do it while I'm away. In terms of reading, which is what you're here for, did I tell you that I finished The Do-Over? I've got this book to one side, so that makes me feel like I didn't. But on Saturday night, I finished The Do-Over. Only 288 pages long. It didn't even take me 3 hours total to read. This is a very fun YA contemporary. It's definitely my favourite Lynn Painter that I've read and I've given it 4 stars. This is a Groundhog Day style book where Valentine's Day keeps repeating for our main character and she can't figure out why. She's dating this guy and in the first version of the day she catches him kissing his ex-girlfriend. She gets in an accident with this other guy at school. She loses her place in a summer like internship program and also her dad tells her that he's moving to Texas. So there's these 4 horrible things that happen and when the day keeps keeps repeating. It seems that no matter what she does, all these things keep happening. I thought it was really obvious where this book was going to go, and I was completely right. Maybe that's why I couldn't give it a full 5 stars, because I was like, well, clearly. It didn't have me like kicking my feet with excitement, but I did really enjoy it. So 4 stars, solid book. The next book that I tried to read, I'm really sad that I've done this, but also I don't see another way. I have DNF'd Idol by Louise O'Neill. I gave it a fair chance. I got to 107 pages in, which, just to demonstrate, because it's kind of a small book, I read all of this. And this is following Samantha Miller. She is an influencer, but to the highest degree. She's now written books. And she's just seen as like a role model. She writes an essay about how she had this sexual experience with her like girl best friend when they were late teenagers, and it doesn't go the way she's expecting, because the woman that she's writing about reaches out to her agent and basically claims that it was assault. So I read 107 pages of this, and I just couldn't bring myself to care, which seems so heartless because it's such a deep topic, but something about how this book was written, I was just bored. It's a shame because I have loved some Louise O'Neill. I actually gave one of her books 4 stars last month, but I've also DNF'd some others of her books because I haven't been able to get engaged with them. So there's definitely something about her writing that just needs to be a little bit different for me. So unfortunately this is a DNF, but that does mean it's off the TBR. So then my final plan was to get started in Meat Market, and I didn't. I am on page 1, so we won't talk about that, but that is my next plan. So that is the week over and done. Not much more to tell you about there. If you did watch this video to the end, please leave me the little gift, like the present emoji, to demonstrate that I have been wrapping all of my Christmas presents, and that's what I've been doing with my time. I'm going to stop waffling, get started on next week's vlog, so thank you so much for watching this one, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.